All right, welcome to day one of Matt's Math and More. This is lesson one, unit one, so it's going to be your first time ever using my website. So welcome to Matt's Math and More, where I'm Matt. I teach math, and really nothing more. I don't know why I added the more to it, but that's it. That's what we do here. So just watch and learn. Today I'm going to do a lesson on unit fractions. And I hope you learn a lot from it. It should help you tremendously with your homework. And don't worry, it's not as hard as being like a cowboy out there with a bunch of cows. Yee-haw! All right, so basically here's how it goes. What I do is I just kind of review what we did in class, and it really just goes along with the math expressions unit. So if your school district's doing math expressions, we're doing unit one, lesson one. If you're not doing math expressions, we're doing what's called unit fractions. I guess it really doesn't matter what material your school district's using, because unit fractions is unit fractions. Doesn't matter what we're doing. First thing to know is the word uni in unit. It comes from Latin. A lot of our words in English come from the word Latin, and the root word for this means one. The word one, uni, like a unicorn. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's a really terrible picture. But like, there's a unicorn. See him? You could see it. There's his horn, meaning one horn. A unicycle, like a bicycle with one seat. Unicycle, one horn, one seat. Unique. The one and only you. Unique. So when we're talking about unit fractions, we're talking about fractions, but only fractions with the number 1 on top. So 1/4, 1/8, 1/15. Anyone with the unit on top, uni, the number 1, is a unit fraction. So like 3/4 is not a unit fraction. Remember, uni from the Latin word for one. So here's kind of the way we use fractions and unit fractions in class today. We started out teaching about quarters. Like this is 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4. Nothing too crazy about that. And then we drew a dollar around it, because there's 4 quarters in $1. And then I kind of broke the dollar up into 4 sections. So there's like 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4. And that was kind of like the intro. Quarters for 4 parts. And then we can label this, instead of labeling it 25 cents like a quarter, we could say this is 1/4, this is 1/4, this is 1/4, and this is 1/4. So we labeled it using unit fractions. And then we can also look at unit fractions as kind of like parts of a whole. So this would make a whole dollar. But if we just circled these two, what does that equal? Well, that's half of a dollar. We could say that represents 1/4 plus 1/4, or 2/4, which is half of a dollar. We could also say that if we're looking at the whole thing, that this is 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4. That's how we would represent this whole number as the sum of a unit fraction. So this is the sum of a unit fraction, and the sum would be 4/4. So this is the sum of the unit fraction. This would also be sum of the unit fraction. Just depends on how many units you are using. Woo! A bunch of cows. Woo! Yee-haw! Oh, that's disgusting.